shadow hiding from the light. Secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Whispers echo in the darkened halls. Faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Hello, welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. I hope everybody's having a good day. Started off small there, right? Got a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. How was everybody's weekend? I hope it's going well. Hope you're staying warm. Hi, Callie. Good to see you. Hell on Heels. Good to see you. I love your name. Yes, I did hit that 16K. I am like two or three subscribers away from 16.1. That is amazing, right, guys? I'm so excited. I've been trying to grow my channel to bring awareness. That's what it's about. So I've been covering a lot of cases, and I wanted to do 2 lives today, but I am just so exhausted, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm so tired, and like I wake up tired. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I definitely am trying to get my vitamin D. So I have a bottle of vitamin D K2 on its way here. So hopefully that will help. And I need to eat better, so that would probably help as well. But I will be going over Summer Wells today. This is Miss Summer here. And I just want to bring her up here. She is still missing, June 15th, 2021. We will be going over her case today. I have some really interesting things I want to go over with you guys, some videos, an article and stuff like that. Still want to bring awareness to Miss Summer missing out of Tennessee. I'm going to welcome in everyone, and we are going to dig right into Miss Summer Wells' case. So good to see you all. Hi, Josie. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Sally Mae. Yes, I heard the icky is going around, right? Thank you for being here. I'm out. Hello. Thank you for being here. Jack. Hello. Hello. Miss Callie. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you. Pam, 24 here. Oh, yes, I know. It is so cold outside. Hi, Miss Kelly. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are doing well, hon. Yeah, it is just, it's my fingers and feet are so cold, you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Joy, hello. I'm trying to make it Pam. Hello. Good to see you. Hope Floats. Everyone, let's keep it real. Hello. If I missed your name, hello. Welcome in. Hope Sherry Lynn. Hello. Hello. Curl up, get warm, and let's get into this. So I always like to start off my lives with a picture of the missing child. And since it's been so long, they've done like an age progression, like photo of her, right? So that would be the photo on the right here is what they think that she would look like as of now, right? She went missing when she was 5. And do you guys notice that a lot of these children are like around between like 4 and 6 years old, like go missing? Do you guys notice that in a lot of these cases? Hi, Saucy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's what's the word I like to use? Weird. Weird, right? I want to show you something. It is very strange. I just covered for the past couple of days, Justin and I, we were really covering these cases of little Jonathan, and that just turned out to be just so difficult. It just brings tears to my eyes. Like I get choked up. I'm sorry. Just thinking about it, right? His dad only had him for 5 days out of the 365 days a year. 5 days out of the year. Think about that. Just let that sink in for a minute. He gets him for less than a week, a year. And he couldn't keep his child safe. What the hell is going on? Hi, Jax, guys. Good to see you. Like Parch, Posey. Hello from the weeds. Yes. I've been in the weeds today too. Sally Mae, good to see you all. It is very heartbreaking. Absolutely. So I just want to read this over and then I want to go over something with you guys. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely. So this is from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This is Summer, obviously 5 years old when she vanished. And this is what her age progression photo would show as 9 years old. She vanished from her home in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15th, 2021. It's been over 4.5 years now? Yeah, 4.5 years since she's been missing. The National Children for Exploited Children has released a new age progression photo to help find her. If you have info, call 1-800-THE-LOST or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at area code 423-272-7121. So it's very, very sad. I want to show you something. Let me pull it up. Okay, I've pulled it up already. I did something today. So what is the common denominator in a lot of these missing children's cases? Does anybody know? If you know, put it down in the chat box below. Hi, Scorpio Moon. Good to see you. I'm just taking it slow, trying to let everybody roll in here. There you go, Sally. There you go. Yes, and Callie. Yeah, Hope Floats. There you go, guys. You won. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep, CPS 2. Absolutely, CPS 2. But it all seems to start with the freaking rugs and math. Math. And someone said yesterday on one of my videos of Jonathan, because I was talking about it, and I'm like, it seems like all these parents of missing children all seem to be doing the same rug math, right? It seems to be a big deal right now. Before, like we were talking about yesterday in Justin's chat, before it used to be like crack and stuff like that, right? Or math houses. And now it's just math. And they all seem to be either doing it or making it or both. It's ridiculous. It pisses me off. Like, it just makes me so mad, you guys. I can't even. And Jonathan's father was in the military. He was in the military. He had a great job. I mean, his house didn't look like a math house like some of them that we've seen. I mean, we didn't really get to see inside. We did see photos of prior when the home was like listed on like realtor.com or what have you in 2009. But I couldn't imagine what it looked like inside. Yes, it's taking over the big cities. Yes. And Callie, that's it right there. Nobody's safe. Exactly, Odessa. So basically what's going on is a lot of these people that are making it They're moving out to rural areas. Why? Think about it. Why are they moving out to rural areas? Because it's quiet. Your neighbors aren't next to you, right? And usually when you live in a rural area, you've got more than an acre or 2 acres. Do you know that I looked up Jonathan Boyley's father's home? He's got 10 acres, 10 acres, right? And you can't even see the house from the driveway. Like if you look up the driveway, it reminds me of Summerwell's home because you cannot see their home from the driveway. Yeah, in my community, there's a couple who fought over opioids. Yes, and that's a big thing too. Yeah, the child got it and didn't end well. They got 5 years. Yeah, that's horrible. Easier to hide. There you go. They used to go out of the city to steal chemicals from the farms. Yeah. And yeah, think about it. They can get all their chemicals and stuff for this out at these farms, you know? And it makes me wonder, like, I live in a rural area and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is there people around me doing it that I don't know? You know? But I don't have like houses like too close to me. Like, I know my surrounding neighbors, right? And I know they don't do math. They're elderly, right? But I did hear, like, this was about 10 years ago, that there was a huge rug bust before I moved in this area right here. Oh, goodness. I talk with my hands too much, you guys, and I knock everything over. So I want to go over this. It's just two small little clips here. I appreciate all of you for being here. And I really do. I really appreciate you guys being here with me. So this right here, it's like specific statistics on the number of children who are classified as missing due to parental methamphetamine use compared to non-use are not available in the provided sources. That was my question. I was like, can you give me statistics based on children that go missing to that are parents are doing math compared to parents with missing children that aren't? But usually, right, it's usually this is what's going on. It's some type of rug. And lately it seems like it's this one. It says the data primarily focused on the high rates of child. So with this particular rug, right, it says it focuses on the high rates of child use. I'm just going to say use, neglect, and entries into foster care associated with parental math use rather than classified as abductions or disappearance. Research indicates that parental substance abuse, particularly methamphetamine use, is significant risk factor for child endangerment. And if you remember yesterday when I was covering the Jonathan Boyley, that's what he got, right? Was one of these charges, child endangerment, with this exact thing. 2 counts, 2 children, 2 counts. And then he also got the other one with the boom booms, right? And it goes on to say, which often results in CPS. There you go, guys. CPS involvement and out of home placement. Key findings related to children of math using parents, right here. Increased risk of neglect and abuse. Children of parents who use or manufacture math are at high risk of physical harm, exposure to toxic chemicals, neglect, and abuse. Studies have found that neglect was substantiated in 93% of documented cases of children removed from the home based on math labs. It goes on to say higher foster care admissions studies have shown a direct correlation between parental math use and its increase in foster care admissions. Wow. Nationally, about 39.1% of children placed in out of home care in 2021 had parental alcohol or other rug abuse listed as an associated condition for removal, you guys. Let's see. And I think I just, nope. Okay, studies have shown, okay, no, yep, I just read that one, excuse me. Parental behavior, the binge and crash pattern, right? If you think about Jack and Lily's case, oh, feel better. Let's keep it real, Leslie. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I freaking migraines from this weather, right? It's horrible. I hope you feel better, honey. So it goes on to say, if you remember Jack and Lily's case, right? We always talk about Jack and Lily's case and how they all said they were dozing that day. Well, we know in that case, the stepdad admitted to doing this rug, right? Hi, Susan. Welcome in. Thanks a lot. In my opinion, they give the parent too many chances before. I believe so too, Esley. Absolutely. I believe so too. They give the parent too many chances before taking the child for the parent to get their life on track. My parents used, and my dad was arrested with lab years ago. CPS never even came. That's so devastating. And I am so sorry that you had to go through that. No child should ever have to go or live with a parent that is doing this. And to think about the father that we were talking about yesterday, Jonathan's father, he could have, you know what I mean? He knew he had this problem. Why didn't he tell his, well, soon to be ex-wife, hey, I don't think I can take them? Why did he have those boys come over? I don't understand. It just makes no sense. Hi, Justice Jane. Good to see all of you for coming in. I appreciate all of you. Nova Scotia CPS mantra, keep failing families. It's really sad, you guys. It's failing the children. It's failing the children. It really is, that's who it's failing. You have one job. And I know we're not all perfect, right? We're not all perfect. You got to try your best. You got to try your best. And if you've got a problem, with using, or I guess this guy was making it too, you need to think of your children first. This guy did not think of his children first. He did not put them first. So I don't know if he was up all night and then crashed out, and that's why his child ran off, or something else happened. You can only speculate right now, right? Until his autopsy comes back. So the binge and crash pattern associated with methamphetamine use makes it difficult for parents to meet their child's or children's basic needs, leading to a lack of supervision. Users can also become paranoid or hallucinate, right? Potentially leading to violence. So you're thinking somebody's there when they're not, and hearing voices, or thinking, gosh, or you're hallucinating, you're seeing your child, it's your child there, but you're seeing something else. It's psychosis. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing okay. You need a late slip, Jen? You need a couple late slips. I'm just joking. Hi, Carol. Good to see all of you. Thank you for coming in. They should train CPS workers how to reckon. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure they have some kind of training, but in Jack and Lily's case, you need a couple late slips. All right, let me get you like 100 of them. In Jack and Lily's case, we heard with all their black eyes and bruises and shit, right? Oh, I don't understand. Even the Globe and Mail came out and said something the other day, right?
7 days later.
That's you, Jen. That's you.
7 days later.
That's for Jen. Her late slips. I'm just joking. I've struggled with mental health and addiction my whole life. I think that's why I can see all different types of perspective. My children and God are always, it's moving up, always to pick me back up. Yeah. I'm sorry that you're struggling with that. I'm so sorry. I watched my cousin go through it, and she had to learn the hard way, unfortunately, but now she's been clean since 2015 or 16, and she's got a great job, a great career. She's doing great. And, I always feel like it's something missing, right? It's something missing in you. And you use something to cover up the pain, or do you see what I'm saying? And I felt like, I don't know, you have to have support. You do, to get through that. You can't do it alone. And it's a sad situation what's going on, and not just in the United States, but all over the globe, you guys. Yeah, and the children, they suffer the most because they look up to their parents, right? They look up to their parents. And when their parents are having these issues here, and then they hurt their children because they don't even know what the hell's going on. It goes on to say, while these children are in dangerous environments and often removed, right? Jack and Lily weren't removed from the home, they are typically addressed through the child welfare system due to neglect or abuse, rather than being classified as missing or abducted in the conventional sense. But we have, they well, the RCMP didn't say that they said everything's on the table, but you could tell that they know they're somewhere out in those woods. Yeah, Summer's parents as well, doing that same damn rug. It's ridiculous. As CPS took every child out of a violent home, we would have homeless 3-year-olds. Yeah, no, I understand. And that's the thing too, right? There needs to be a better support system for the parents that are having addiction problems, that want to get better, right? That have children. There needs to be a better way for them. There needs to be better options. But the thing is, it's like there are foster families out there, or people, you know what I mean? The what's the choice? Leave the child there with someone that's making or doing this, or send them to a foster family. It's so sad. It is so sad. So I want to take you over to this short little, just so we can get caught up on Summer's case. I'm meeting a lot of grandparents that are raising. Yes, I see that too, Barbara. I absolutely see that too. They're raising their grandkids because a lot of parents are absolutely. Yes, mental health is the first thing that is cut by the government. Yep. And it should not be at all. It absolutely should not be. They have treatment centers you can go to with your children. Is that there in Nova Scotia, or I don't know any like treatment centers, because I've never been to one, but I know there's like nonprofits and churches and stuff like that where you can gather, even AA. You can go to AA, if you have a problem. I know if someone is going through something, it's hard to get out of your skin and go, right? Because you're most likely embarrassed. You don't want people to know. But that's the first step. Hi, Tina. Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. So I want to go over this little article before we get started in this video. It goes on to say, TBI confirms that Summer Wells' case is far from cold, so it's not a cold case. Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County more than 4 years ago. 4.5 years ago. Yep. The TBI, the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, and the FBI continue to investigate what happened to Summer. And then we know that on November 13th, investigators were in the 3500 block of Van Hill Road. It's about 9.5 miles from the Wells family home, following up on a lead in the case. So this must have been a really, really hot lead, if you think about it, for them to go out there and, you know what I mean? I mean, I know they follow up on leads, but this must have been what they did here. This must have been a really hot lead. So the TBI was asked the agency could provide more details about the tip. A spokesperson could not release any details, but said agents continue to follow up on leads as they've come in and the investigation remains active and ongoing. There is still an active Amber Alert for Summer, and no one has been arrested or charged in connection with her disappearance. So we remember that they went over there by Fred Hill's property, right? Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is very important. Deborah, hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here in Canada, we have Cam Rehab. Oh, wow, where you could bring your children and everything. That's great. Yeah, we haven't heard a word. Did I miss somebody's comment? I'm so sorry. They took 2 of my grandkids, and my addicted daughter left the state with my grandkids, ended up in foster care, and aged out because they wouldn't let family have them. That's ridiculous. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Why wouldn't they let family? See, in my opinion, the family should have the first rights to adopt. You know what I mean? Because they're family. The children should stay within the family. Okay, so I want to go over, yeah, legally, but yes, you got to go through the courts. Absolutely. You got to go through the courts. And that's what Belinda is doing too. Yes. My daughter told me not. That's just so sad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I don't know if you've ever actually heard. It's a phone call with a neighbor. And this one neighbor makes some really, really, really good points. And his name is not shared in here, but I'm pretty sure I know who it is just by another interview that I saw. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Also at Jack and Lily's house, gran and uncle on site. Yeah, step grandma. Yeah. You know, I don't want to veer too much like off of Summerwell's case, but something came to my mind today. You know how the neighbor had mentioned there are 4 stops that he said that he heard the vehicle that night, right? And I was like thinking, there's 4 items. Think about it. The blanket, and then we heard that Malia and Daniel said, oh, I can't believe you haven't found the backpack, right? The backpack, the diaper, and there was something else. So, or their boots or something, right? So boots, backpack, diaper, and blanket. 4 items. I can't believe you didn't find, the backpack, boots, blanket. Well, they found the blanket, right? So it's really, that always struck a nerve. Like, and then I thought about it today. I'm like, there's 4 stops and there was 4 items they specifically were talking about. And now they did find a cluster of boot prints out on the pipeline and then 1 boot print in the driveway. Hi, Gracie. Good to see you, honey. So I don't know. It just sparked something with me. Hi, boot prints and a star. Yeah, but I don't know the little sticker star if it has anything to do with it. Oh, Grace, did you change your little thumbnail or logo? It's cute. I can't wrap my head around how Summer and her siblings were allowed to stay with them. It didn't seem they got together after losing the other children. Yeah. And they still have not got those other children back. Still. So I'm going to load this. This is a great video. I want you guys to, it's not that long, but listen to what the neighbor said. This is an old video from JLR. And, in my opinion, he did a great job on this case. Like, I mean, some things I would have done differently, but the pull up, there you go, the pull up. Yes, I think so too, Callie. I really honestly think that too, because I can't believe you didn't find the diaper. I can't believe you didn't find the backpack. I've been looking, and it might not be anything, and I might do a short video after I'm done with this, just a video, and post it. I actually found, if you're part of my Facebook group, and if you're not, go join it. I actually found some strange items. So there's a road called Simpson Road. It's off of the McLeod Road where they found the little sticker star, right, for Jack and Lily, when they were searching for Jack and Lily, excuse me. And the Simpson Road like connects to McLeod Road. And it's close to where the second trip for the 20 minutes would have taken place, right? And there is a cross. There's a cross. I think Callie's seen it. There's a cross. Now, it's probably just someone's pet or something, right? And right now it's snowing and all that. But they just did in August. So this would have been a few months after Jack and Lily went missing. They did update Google Maps, right? Because before there was nothing. And I found some footprints actually too that I want to show you guys. Yeah, it's pretty pretty interesting. Here, you guys go and connect with our Facebook group because I post a bunch of stuff in there. And that way we can talk back and forth. Oh, thank God, Leslie. I hope your migraine goes away. Awesome, Carol. That's awesome. Thanks for joining, hon. All right, let me stop blabbering. We're going to get started. This is a call with the next door neighbor of Dawn and Candace. And listen what he says about the statistics of the children going missing and stuff, of like summer going missing. Here we go.
I'm sure you're familiar with Summer Wells.
Yeah, I've seen it on the news.
Do you think she's around, the property there, Ben Hill? I understand that you live next door to the Wells.
I don't live there, actually. I own some property there, but I don't live there.
Let me ask you something. We are actively trying to find her, and we think she's in the area. Do you know anything about any trail cams or any cameras that are on Simpson Road and Ben Hill Road?
Let me just talk to you for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know who you are. And
my name's Jonathan. My name's Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan. Well, I'm going to be just as polite as I can possibly be about this, and I hope you will do the same.
Sure.
My father lived down there on that property.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a fight against cancer for the past 2 years, and he recently died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And my stepmother, so they've been married for many years. She lives down there now.
Yeah.
On that property. And there has been many people since all this happened down there and just basically walked over every inch of that property. And that includes the FBI has been down there.
Oh, they have.
And a ton of people from, I'm guessing you're somebody off of YouTube or something, is my guess.
Oh, I'm actually just
correct.
Yeah. Well, I go on YouTube. I also, I'm a reporter,
Okay.
and I'm also trying to find
Right.
Summer Wells.
Okay, so you're one of the types of people who's been coming down there and walking all over the property and causing a lot of stress for my parents.
Yeah.
One of who was, having chemotherapy and blood transfusions every couple of days, and my stepmother who had COPD and had most of her lungs removed and she's on oxygen. These are older people who are very sick.
Yeah.
And and I'm not saying you're one of the bad ones, but there have been people come down there who have caused a lot of problems.
Like, what would they do?
To my parents, just harassing them.
Would they actually
These are
go?
older people.
Would they actually go onto their property and knock on their door and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Really?
Yes, they did. And they were down there on the property without permission, walking around. So, this is not polite behavior, especially towards elderly people who are very, very sick and dying,
Yeah.
who purposefully live away from town, away from people, so they could have some peace and quiet, and they're not.
I just want, so this, for everybody coming in, this is a neighbor. This is JLR did this. He recorded the neighbor. Neighbor didn't know he was being recorded, right? And some of the things this guy says too is very, makes you raise your eyebrow, right? But just it's. I'll point him out in just a sec.
I get it. You know, it's a slap in the face. It's an insult. And
Yeah.
it's not cool. Now, everybody's seen this on the news. Summer Wells disappeared a little over a year ago. Nobody knows what happened.
Yeah.
I personally spoke with the FBI myself because I'm a part owner of that property there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the FBI came along with the local law enforcement, and they scoured every inch of our property.
Yeah. Okay.
They were given access to every outbuilding, home, lean-to of whatever. They have combed every inch of that property. Somebody was like on YouTube, I understand, was like, oh, there's wells on that property. Maybe she is down in the well. I'm like, these people obviously don't understand how wells work. Wells are like a little pipe that goes 200 feet down the ground. This is not a well like off.
This guy reminds me of Chris Proudfoot. Like, I don't know why. I kind of do. The way he talks, just certain things remind me of Chris Proudfoot, like how he's explaining the well and stuff. What do you guys think? Chris Proudfoot is the stepfather for Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing since February 25th, 2024. Same, like, now in his case, we didn't hear of any rug use or anything like that, but there was a stepfather, there was CPS that had been out. So Sebastian, he would be 17 now, you guys. 17.
Cartoons that people could fall down into.
So it's so like a
wells
human.
are. These
So
are-
yeah. So a human can't fit down them like a child.
There is no way. This is like, not even an inch pipe. Well, actually, I think some of the older ones are a little bit bigger, maybe a 3-inch pipe. But there's no way a person could fit down there. This is completely ridiculous that people thought that could even happen.
Yeah.
So to me, it seems like there's a whole bunch of amateur people out there who think that they're going to make a lot of money on YouTube for their subscription.
All right, one thing right there. And I'm not just saying this because I do YouTube, right? That I do reporting and stuff. One thing right there. So he's like, that's not even how wells work. And, all these people out there, but listen, the more footwork, right? The more people out there doing footwork and looking, the better chance they could find her, right? If she is actually in the woods, right? Now, I'm not saying go on people's property and stuff. Don't do that, right? Unless the homeowner says it's okay, or you know what I mean? Because most people want just like the police or something searching their yard, right? But the more footwork, the more eyes, the more people out there searching, the better chance you will find the child. Yeah. Well, we do know that a few of the neighbors were doing math, and I think they were making it in that little church that we saw. His name was never given out. His name was never given out. And they were looking in a well for him. Yeah. Those wells are deep. Deep. There's a huge one, like a well close to Jack and Lily's house, that tent shown. Yeah. I mean, I understand, like, he was saying that, his parents or whatever are there, and they have their health issues and stuff like that, right? But like, nobody should be going on their property without announcing or whatnot. But the thing is, searching the woods for a child that has went missing, if there's more people looking, the better chances you have for finding. I think so, Jack. I think so, but I'm not positive. His name is not mentioned in here. It's not mentioned. Listen what else he says.
And they're just drumming up subscribers and stuff, and they're feeding off other people's pain and all these terrible things that happen. Now, I've not lived in that area for, 15, 16 years.
Oh, okay. But you own a piece of you own the property though, partly.
I do, but like I said, I've not lived down there in 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
So I don't really know a lot about those people who lived out there on the corner of the wells. You know, I've heard a little bit here and there. I understand that man was in jail. Maybe they.
So he owns a piece of the property, you guys, right? Yeah, I believe it is one of the hills. He owns a little piece of property. He's owned it for what, 15, 16 years, he just said? But he has no idea. He has no idea who Summer's parents are. Are you freaking kidding me? Bullshit. I call freaking bullshit. Yeah, I think so, Linda. I do. I need a lot of vitamins in my body. Oh, I just feel like junk all the time. You're telling me that you own property there and you're conversing back and forth with your parents, right, who are elderly, and they're telling you about this missing girl. You're not going to Google Summer Wells. The first thing that comes up is her freaking parents. And what strikes you with that is you find out about the dad's past. You find out about the rug use, the math, right? You find out about that. You find out that the children were taken away. I mean, it's right there in your face. So you're telling me he didn't know their names or anything? Yeah, I am, Lori. I am. Yeah. He should be more than happy to help. Yeah. Instead of just sitting there. He says he's owned the land for 15, 16 years, a piece of the land. Yeah.
Has a lot of drug problems and this and that.
Which one are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
See?
The parents of Summer Wells.
Oh, okay.
He just said that he didn't know the parents, right? He didn't know of them. He just said that. But yeah, he says, oh, they have a lot of rug problems and stuff like that. So come on, right? Why is he doing that? Why would he be lying?
Yeah. Don and Candace.
Now you're asking me, do I know what happened? Good Lord, no. I mean,
yeah.
The FBI doesn't even know what happened. How could I possibly know?
See, the reason why I say that is because now people are claiming that Summer's scent was detected all the way down to the corner of Simpson Road and Ben Hill Road. Like her scent was there and there was cameras there. Do you know anything about cameras there or scent?
Well, did you say scent, like smelling?
Yeah, like a smelling. Yeah.
Okay, so how in the world would a human be able to say that?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because humans aren't equipped with that kind of olfactory senses.
Yeah.
It'd have to be some kind of scent dog. Who owns those scent dogs? It would have to be the FBI or the local authorities, right? That'd be the person you'd have to talk to about something like that.
Okay, so you never heard of anything like that?
Oops.
No, I haven't. I mean,
yeah,
sounds kind of ridiculous. If that had been scented, the FBI would know that. So they would be able to find something logically if we're thinking about it as intelligent people, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's just people
that kind of speculation makes no sense. It seems just like people are sensationalizing things. They're grasping at straws to try to find some way to make it exciting so they can get more people to watch their YouTube channel, click the subscribe button. And I mean, it's like when you watch the Weather Channel and they're like, oh my God, the storm's going to be so crazy and people are going to die. And then there's a little tiny storm comes through and maybe one tree falls over. That's what it seems to me. It's all sensationalized and it's ridiculous. Now, this is a huge tragedy for this little girl.
Yeah.
It's super sad. It's horrifying. And I have children, and I don't know if do you have children?
I have none. Believe it or not, none.
Okay.
I can't imagine.
Children, so you can't even imagine the horror. Now, I do not know those people. I don't know the mother or the father. I don't know. All I can think about is if one of my children would have disappeared, how horrified I would be. I would go to the ends of the earth to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it was me, I don't know those people. I don't know their situation. I don't know what kind of people they were.
But do you know, like, did they actually go around, look at, like, the parents, Don and Candace? Did they actually go to?
I do not know.
Search?
I do not know the answer to that. When all that happened, I was actually in Nashville with my father. I was a bone marrow donor for him, trying to save his life. That's where I was during all that happened. That's where he was. That's where my stepmother was.
Yeah.
Okay. He had a bone marrow transplant from me during the time that all happened.
It's just, yeah,
So
that's so
then-
sad to hear,
He,
because you're
he had to say,
you're dealing with your own family, health issues, and then this came about and just compiled and compounded it all together,
yeah, and my dad almost died from the chemotherapy and the transplant. He almost died from that. He lost like 90 pounds. So he comes back, he has no hair, he's a skeleton, basically, with skin over it. And he comes back from Nashville, and he comes back to that, and there's people everywhere, and the FBI is knocking on the door, and it's just insanity. So, my stepmother's still upset over how people have been acting towards my father and her.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty upset about it too. I mean, these are elderly people that should be left alone.
And definitely no
And
trespassing,
our-
like going on people's property I know that, that's your sacred
Here's
land.
what I'm going to tell you. There are no trespassing signs all around my parents' property. And there was not cameras during the time that Summer disappeared. There were no cameras down there.
Oh, okay.
There are cameras there now
Oh, I don't blame you.
that my parents put up to protect themselves. There are cameras now.
Yeah.
There are trail cameras and cameras that are connected to the internet down there now because of all these people who have come in, and the police are like, well, unless you catch them and we're here, then there's nothing we can do. So they're like, okay, we're going to get proof. We're going to put cameras up. So, now we're just trying to protect ourselves and to keep people from bugging the crap out of my stepmother, who is an elderly, sick lady.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even anywhere near anything that happened when it happened, because like I said, we were in Nashville.
I
trying
think
to
it's
save my
because
father's life.
Don Wells has been going on YouTube in the past saying, well, the property, I guess, that you own there used to be his, and it was sold over to you guys through his mom or something. That's maybe why people are thinking, oh, that's, you guys are part of his property.
Okay, so yeah, we bought that property back around 2000, a little bit before 2000, 98, 99 is when we bought that property.
98, 99, they bought the property, right? That would have been what, 22 years they've had that property? Yeah, Brandy, I know. I thought about that too. Putting up the cameras like after, right? Now, usually when you have a large piece of land, usually you have game cameras already and shit, right? I understand, like, you have elderly parents and you don't want people like coming on the property and stuff like that. Now, if someone comes up, I'm sure people aren't there every freaking day. I'm sure someone comes up, knocks on the door and says, hi, can I search for Summer on your property? Now, I understand, like, if someone gets hurt, right, your insurance isn't going to cover it. I would just say, hey, look, write out a note and say, you're not going to sue me if you come out here and fall on my property or something, right? Otherwise, I'd be fine with it, unless people are causing a ruckus or something, right? But people are looking for a lost child, and they have a lot of freaking land. He must know that they were cadaver dogs, and he keeps making it an alibi to where, yeah, he keeps talking. I wasn't even here. He had given bone marrow or something. Yeah. Yeah, we're going over the neighbors, right? Because, all this stuff came out about Fred Hill's property. And did you guys know, Fred Hill was arrested, right? I mean, it was a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's really sad. They haven't said what they found on there. This recent time.
Property. And we did buy that from the lady who lived up there on the corner. I don't even know if she's still alive anymore.
Oh, that would be
honestly
Don's
know.
mother, Wells' mother.
Grand.
Yeah, I don't think she's.
I don't.
Yeah, she's not.
I don't know.
Alive anymore. I don't think she's alive anymore.
It was I think the lady's name was Karen.
Yeah. Karen Goad.
Bought the property from.
Karen Goad.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah, Karen Goad, and I can't remember the guy's name that we bought the property from. But yeah, it was Karen Goad. So I don't know this guy, Don Wells. I don't know him at all.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's been 22, 24 years ago we bought the property. So I don't know what.
I think it's
he
just
can
what
claim
people.
that it was his property.
It's kind of like why I called you. It's just it's people are like, okay, well, Don goes on YouTube and says, well, that used to be part of my property and my mother sold it off, multiple parcels of land, you know, and then people are like, oh, people need to check their property. People need to check the neighbors' wells. They need to check their sheds. They need to check their
This is all
junkyard.
ridiculous. This is all ridiculous. You know, my family has owned that property for 25 years now.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with this person that I've never even met. I've never met that man. I never met the little girl or the mother. I don't know anything about those people.
Did your step family ever see Summer like all, you know, wandering around like at all? Like,
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is a very heavily wooded area, and these people are like on the other end of it. You know, we own 10 acres right there,
yeah.
and those people are over off on the other side of the forest, other side of a hill, you know, on a completely different road over there.
Yeah.
This is not like a suburb where you see people in their yards doing things. It's not like that. It's a very heavily wooded area. You know, we don't know anything about those people besides what you've seen on the news. And if anybody says they do know something about it, it's just idle gossip, in my opinion.
Yeah. So the father claims, someone was parked on Ben Hill there, went up into a dog trail and snatched Summer, brought down the hill, and then taken out a car and gone. I mean, you think kidnappers are in that area?
That sounds like idle speculation.
Yeah.
First of all, you know, what are the statistics on kidnapping? Most kidnappings are perpetrated by who?
Their own family.
Exactly. Especially at someone's home. Now, I don't know anything about the geography of that area, but it's like a 20-minute drive to any kind of downtown area.
Yeah, I saw that, you know, to Rogersville, to the, you know, left on Beach Creek, it takes, you know, that long. And then Kingsport.
It's 20 miles away to any kind of suburb or, you know, it's a very rural country area. There's not going to be anybody see that there's kids out playing because, like I said, it's completely wooded all the way around. It's not going to be just a random person cruising.
Yeah. So yeah, Knoxville is completely different. Like, and this is a small town where they live, right? Like everybody knows everybody. Remember the video that I showed? Was it last week when JLR was riding, or he was walking with Brandon? And Brandon was like even flagged down. I think it was it Jody Sue in the truck? I think it was. Like they all know each other. Exactly. It's small. You know everybody and everybody knows your business, right? And like I don't understand how this guy, I mean, yeah, he doesn't live there, but he owns land, right? And obviously he speaks, and he just helped his dad, right, out with a bone marrow transplant. That's a freaking huge surgery. Callie, yes, his name was never mentioned in this. I'm pretty sure it is.
Through suburbs. Oh, I'm going to kidnap that kid. That looks like a good person to kidnap. That's crazy. I do not know this person because I'm expressing my opinion.
Nah, and I appreciate you talking to me. You know, I just, I feel bad for you guys because, you know, the longer this drags out, the longer, like you said, the the drama, the, you know, speculation, the conspiracy theorists, the psychics all come out and start saying, oh, she's on different properties near the home.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous. It's just people making stuff up at this point. Anybody who knew anything, that was like a year ago. when
So,
the FBI was actually there.
so it was the FBI.
And I've watched the TV shows where people are trying to pull up cold cases and go back and, dig up evidence. And I've enjoyed those television shows also, and it's very exciting. But I don't really think that's the way the world works. That's Hollywood making a TV show. And anybody who claims to know something now is just straight up lying or making shit up, because it ain't like that in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know one of the other neighbor there. I think his name was Gorley. Do you know Gorley?
No, I don't.
He was working with the Wells PI. I guess they have a PI, and they were flying drones, but they were out there, on the 15th of June, around that 1 year anniversary, in the area, still saying they're gridding and mapping the area and trying to find her possibly in that area.
Well, I mean, here's what I'm telling you. The FBI had full access. The local authorities had full access. When there was actual chance that there could be some tracks or scent or evidence, if they canvassed the area thoroughly, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If somebody was going to find something, it would have been those professionals.
So,
during that time.
So in your opinion, like, you think like anyone that's searching around there now, whether, just like random people or anyone, shouldn't do it because it's just pointless at this point?
It is pointless. There's
Pointless.
any kind of scent would be gone a week after the event. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. I mean, not only that, but, now at this point, you're just looking
any kind
for
of tracks would have
clothing.
been gone
But he's saying it's pointless. And I'm not saying go on their property and stuff like that, right? They got a lot of land. I'm 99% sure this is one of the hills. So he owns part of the property, right? That they've had for 25 years, he said. So, but he's saying it's pointless to go out and search now. It's been a year after. His name was never given out, you guys. Yeah, no, I understand that. Somebody had said something. Hi, Picto, Bob, good to see you. Don't look here, look there. You know what I mean? Like, I've got, you got a child missing. And like I said, the more footwork, the more people, the better, right? That's what you need. Sometimes the thermal drones, like when you're out there looking, well, you can't use them now. Like if she's not alive, you know what I mean? It's not going to pick up because she don't have no body heat anymore. But sometimes, like when they first go out, you can't find anybody with those if they're not alive anymore, or if they're in water or something like that. But yeah, his name was never given on this, but I'm going to show you the next clip after this one's done. And I think here, before I say anything, I'll play the rest of this.
after the first rain, right?
Yeah.
Any kind of tracks would be gone after the first rain. I mean, it's just crazy to me to think that you're going to walk around and find some evidence.
Hopefully the police, Hawkins County, I don't know your relationship with Ronnie Lawson. Hopefully he finds, get some tip or some information to solve this. So then all you neighbors can live in relief, and go back to what you guys are used to, instead of,
my hope at this point is that she's alive, and maybe with some extended family relations who are taking good care of her. That's if we would have cotton candy and rainbow dreams, that would be it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we also live in the real world, and if you look at other cases of children disappearing, we know what happens to them. There's only a couple of options. If somebody's not found within 24 hours,
it's not good.
We're not finding them, right?
Yeah, it's sad.
It's super sad.
Hopefully,
it's super sad, but if you look at the reality of similar cases and what happened and what are the possibilities of finding people after 24 hours, it is not, I mean, it's a grim statistic, right?
Yeah.
The possibility of finding this poor girl is not real good. And she's definitely not anywhere on our property.
How do you
That has
know
already
that?
been proven that she's not there.
They have the cadaver.
Yeah. You know, I
So
do
anybody-
like me, like I do go on YouTube and, you know, I can, you know, put the message out there, stay away from this family. They have nothing to do with it if you want me to.
Well, that could have the opposite effect
Yeah.
by saying that. Yeah, you know, I could be doing harm just by talking to you.
Doesn't he sound like Chris Profit? I swear he sounds like Chris Profit when he says that stuff.
I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know how you might take my words. I mean, you might be recording me right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, look at things logically in the real world. You know, normal everyday people don't go out and bust cases open like this and solve them. That's not what happens.
Yeah, it's the professional.
The professionals are the ones who find these things, and they only find them if they find them within the first 48 hours. You know, a year later, this isn't going to be solved.
Not necessarily. Sometimes, you know, when you're out there hunting or just hiking or whatever, bodies can be found like that as well. And she's not anywhere on our property. Now, his name was never given out. Yeah, never given out. So I even checked. Never given out. But I think he is part of the Hill family. Just my opinion.
I wish that weren't true, but I'm talking about reality, not fantasy.
You can.
Does your family wish, you know, the Wells would just move away? Get
I
out.
have no idea. I'm telling you, I don't know those people at all.
Yeah.
I don't know them. You know, here's the thing. When you live in a rural area like that and you're separated by tons and tons of trees, you're not coming over for barbecues and hanging out like the suburbs. It's not like that, you know?
Everyone is just to
Usually,
themselves.
if you live in the country, it's because you don't want to have people right up on your yard. You don't want to hear the neighbors' TV shows that they're watching, you know? You don't want to be involved in their business. You want to be left alone. You want to be separate from those people. And I know that a lot of people don't understand that. And a lot of people want to live in suburbs or cities and hear their neighbors rattling their dishes around. A lot of people like that. And that's fine, but that is not what it's like in that area.
When the people were coming to your family's home, were they threatening? Or were they just being annoying?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know for sure because I've not been there on the property when that happened.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing secondhand that people are coming down there, putting cameras in my stepmother's face and upsetting her. That's what I hear.
Yeah, that's bad.
And
Yeah,
people
you should
are
definitely.
walking in. They're walking up through the woods and like without permission to be there, and there's all kinds of signs up saying private property, no trespass.
Hopefully she calls the police.
Well, yeah, but then the police are like, are they here now? No, they're not here now, so there's nothing they can do. So that's why they've got cameras up now to get proof. If somebody comes in there now, there's going to be proof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not only that, but it is a very rural area. It's in the mountain. You know, my stepmother's put these cameras up now, and mostly what she's capturing on her camera are wildlife.
Yeah.
So it's raccoons, it's possums, it's skunks, and black bear. There are bear all over the place around there. And I think it's a really bad idea for people to be walking around those woods.
Well, now
There we go with the bear. There's another bear situation right there. Come on now.
that you said that. Now that you said that, I mean, is it possible Summer could have wandered off and got eaten by a wild animal, like you just said, like a bear or raccoon or something?
I mean, that's just wild speculation.
No.
I mean, how many cases are there every year of people being eaten by a bear?
Not a lot.
I'm sure you can look that statistic up.
I already did actually. It's not. It's rare. It's just like alligator attacks. They're very. I mean,
it's a very rare thing.
It's very
and
rare.
If it did happen, there would be some evidence.
Yeah, and TBI and FBI would have found that at the time. That first week.
Absolutely. This is what I'm telling you. There is no evidence to be found down there that the FBI hasn't already found.
Yeah.
So any kind of inquiry should be turned towards the government at this point and say, hey, do you guys know what happened? Because I'm telling you, my elderly sick stepmother does not know. My father, who was struggling with cancer and chemotherapy, who died there this past year and who was at the hospital with me getting a transfusion, he does not know. I do not know. Yes, I'm a part owner of that property there, but I haven't lived there in like over 15 years.
Yeah, and then plus your family would have told you anything, and they don't know either. You don't know, they don't know. No one knows.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody knows. Anybody who says they know something is lying or making stuff up, is what I'm saying. This whole thing. Did you mention psychics?
Yeah, psychics, mediums, psychics. Don Wells was claiming at one point after it happened, or last year, that psychics were coming to his house. So I'm assuming those same people might have came to your family's house.
Is he the father of Summer Wells?
Yes.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that. I don't even know these people, their names. The only name I know is Summer Wells because I heard it on the news.
How do you not know?
It's a big case.
How do you not know the father and the mother's name? He knows a lot about them coming to search. He knows that these people have been on their property and stuff. And he's saying, you're not going to find anything anywhere. You're not going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to know. Nobody's going to know anything. What is up with this guy?
I mean,
it is literally people just talking about it 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
it is a horrible tragedy that little girl has gone missing. But like I said, if you look at the statistics of missing persons and recovering them
This product
after 48 hours, it's pretty grim.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna find that poor little girl a year and more later by walking around down there and bothering my stepmother. They're not going to find her by calling me up. I'm actually at the beach right now. I'm not.
Oh man, I don't want to take.
Tennessee.
I don't even want to take more time away from you, man. But I do appreciate.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying, and it just seems to me ghoulish for people trying to make a YouTube video. Oh, I'm investigating this, and we're going to find this girl. And I heard that people are taking up donations to travel to the area from far away. That seems to me ghoulish and predatory that people would do that and try to profit by this girl. Whatever's happened to her, she's missing, and people are trying to profit from it, and that is fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's trying to profit from this should be very ashamed of themselves and should look into their own life and see if they can try to make their own life better, become a better person. Because that's just horrible.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you're doing that because I don't know you. And there could definitely be people who are like, hey, I really am saddened by this girl missing, and I would like to try to help find her.
That's where my position is. Like, I've been actively trying to find her. I'm not trying to make any money trying to find her.
Well, here's the thing about that. I mean, are you a professional investigator?
I'm not.
Are you in the FBI?
No, I'm not.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if you're sitting there actively searching, right? If you're going out there to actively search, right? And look for somebody. I mean, and this guy that did the phone call with him obviously knows how to do his shit, right? He's gotten a bunch of information on people. So, I mean, I don't know. He drove all the way up there a few times to help search. Now, yes, if they've already cleared their yard with human remains dogs and stuff like that, yeah, they don't need to be knocking on their door and stuff like that, right? They don't need to be bothering them. But if you're going into the woods, right, it's always good to definitely search more. Like I said, if you're going out there and you have more groundwork, more people out there to search, the better. Yeah, I know. Yeah, JLR, he is, he's brave.
What can you possibly do to help? I mean,
You know, it's tough, man, because you see the image of Summer and you're just like, what can I do to help? What can I do to go out there and try to make a difference?
I get what you're saying there, but what can you do? There's literally nothing you can do. The things that were done that could be done were done within that first month of her going missing. You know, they brought dogs in, they brought searchers in, they searched every ounce of the property. There's nothing anybody can do at this point. There really isn't. Unless, you know, wild speculation, maybe somebody did kidnap her and that person could have remorse and admit that they did it and turn themselves into the authorities. That's the only thing that could help at this point. But that's wild speculation.
Or the parents, you know, confess what they did and where they put her.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a possibility too, but who could possibly know that?
Only them. Fortunately.
You know, I mean, at this point, it's in the hands of the FBI and all the investigators, and there's nothing any average person can do about it.
Yeah, so let the judicial process and the investigative process play out and see what happens.
Well, I mean, I think that's what's happening, and the trail has gone cold, and nobody knows anything, and it's just horrible that people are just making up a bunch of crap just to stir up their own excitement and profit from it, and people should really stop doing that because it's almost inhuman and ghoulish.
So there's people that are like, you know, and I've looked into these people too, like neighbors of the Wells, like the Hills. Do you know Fred Hill at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah, just saying, well, this guy, you know, has a history of shooting people and selling drugs. You know, it could be him. Or across the street from the Wells, Jody Sue Brown and Annie Bernard, you know, people are throwing their names saying, oh, they must know.
So I guess he's not part of the Hills, but he says he's the next door neighbor to Dawn and Candace. But we don't know his name. But he doesn't live there. His parents do. Mom and dad. Or stepmom. Yeah. Now that has to be like not knowing Fred. Yeah. How do you not know if you've owned property there for a long freaking time, right? It sounds like maybe he bought a parcel off of his parents' land, or maybe he owns it now since his parents are sick. I'm not too sure. No.
something,
You know, they're involved. Things like that. You
Well,
know.
I would imagine the FBI went around and interviewed all those people because they interviewed me
Yeah.
and they interviewed my parents. And if any of that was a possibility, I would think the professionals would have handled it.
Yeah, and got something. Well, some of them, you're one of your neighbors, Jody Sue Brown. I don't know if you know her. She goes on YouTube. She goes on YouTube every day and talks about this case. I mean, she's the neighbor, or she was the neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Overbay, I appreciate it, man. You know, I feel bad for your family. I'm sorry your family's going through all the health issues, and no one should trespass on your property for any reason whatsoever. Yeah, keep those signs up, and you know, keep those cameras up, and you know, hopefully it stops. Hopefully this goes away. Hopefully Summer's found, and you all can just live in peace again.
It would be absolutely wonderful if she was found safe.
Yeah.
That's my cotton candy and rainbow dreams. That is what happened.
Cotton
She
candy
will be
rainbow
found
dream.
safe somewhere. But you know, we live in the real world here. We're intelligent people that know how the world works. So we gotta face reality that it's not a good statistic in that situation. And we also got to know that there's nothing that we can do to find out, because
No, he didn't.
how could we? If the professionals have already gone through everything.
Yeah.
So I just feel like stirring up a lot of crap and
Mhm.
excitement for profit is not the right way to go. And people should just have some compassion.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You have a very good day. Stay safe and God bless you.
You have a good day.
So what do you guys think of that guy? No, I didn't hear him call him any name. Yeah, he kept his name out of it. Yeah, he never said his name at all. I even looked. He never said his name. Yeah. No, I agree with not going and bothering elderly people, right? And if there were cadaver dogs on the property already, then I mean, they would already sniffed out if she was there, right? Buried on the property. But yeah, like I'm sorry, but what are volunteers? Volunteers are people that go and search, just like the ones that just searched for Jonathan yesterday, right? And I mean, I don't get it. But there is another neighbor I want to show you real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up this. I don't know. Yeah, he just seemed very. No, this other neighbor kind of. You could tell that guy doesn't live there. You could tell he doesn't live there. So, yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Something. Here I can rewind it. Give me 1 second. I didn't hear it. Give me 1 second. I'll give me one. Oops. All right, here. Let's see if we can catch it. Hold on. It was right here. This was the end of it.
But they interviewed me.
Yeah.
And they interviewed my parents, and I think the professionals would have handled it.
Yeah, and got something. Well, some of them, you're one of your neighbors, Jody Sue Brown. I don't know if you know her. She goes on YouTube. She goes on YouTube every day and talks about this case. I mean, she's the neighbor, or she was the neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Overbay, I appreciate it, man.
Overbag. TNT, you searched for Summer? Oh, thank you. Thank you for searching for her. You were right. He did say, okay. Yeah, I think the father, well, this was what, 3 years ago. So I'm sure the father's passed. Yeah. Talking about his property, his mom and dad. All right, here. I'm just going to play it real slow. 1 second. It was right here. We have captions on? Yes.
I think the professionals would have handled it.
Yeah, and got something. Well, some of them, you're one of your neighbors, Jody Sue Brown. I don't know if you know her. She goes on YouTube. She goes on YouTube every day and talks about this case. I mean, she's the neighbor, or she was the neighbor.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Overbay.
All right. Well, Mr. Overbay, I appreciate it, man.
Overbay. Mr. Overbay or Overbeck. Retire. Yeah, he's good. Chris is. I don't think so either. I think she's somewhere close as well. I think she is too. They were clearing that hill on the property. There's been rumors that they found something, but I don't know if that's true. But that was like a week after that they searched. Give me 1 second. I want to play. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. This is another neighbor. I think it's key listening to what all these neighbors have to say. There's a transcript to this video of is there? Yes, there is. Do you want here, Callie? I'll post that video in my Facebook group. It sounded like he tried to bleep his name out. It sounded like overview or overbag or overbag. Over something. Yeah. Over the hill. That's what it said. Some locals very involved said dump trucks of dirt come out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. JLR likes to use those really loud freaking beeps, though. Mm-hmm. They've been logging in that area. Jeremy Pill is one of the neighbors. Wow. I think he said in the beginning his dad passed away of cancer. His dad had cancer. That's why he did a bone marrow. If it wasn't reaching, who will be keeping? Yeah, because no one's talking about her at all. And like I always say, I like going back to the beginning, like showing the searches, showing what neighbors come out and to help, what the neighbors say, especially in small towns, right? Because they all know they all talk, right? They all talk, even if you don't know them, right? They still know you. They still know of you. Yeah, you're welcome, Callie. I'll post in just a minute. I want to show this. This is another neighbor. And he does not like John and Candace. Listen to this. All right. I'll put the captions on so you guys can see. Okay. There's the caption.
For my grandmother-in-law, all the pictures.
God bless you, sir.
She's having chest pains. This is bullshit. It's done. We know what's going on. I have no doubt in my mind that they're involved in it.
God bless you.
But we're tired of it. Let the law do their thing.
Absolutely.
I'm ex-law enforcement. I know the guys that's working the case. Let them do their job. That's all I ask.
We respect
You
that.
came up here. You've been over at the cemetery where my family's buried at. We're tired of it. Just get in your vehicles and leave.
Warson Cemetery.
If not, I will call the law.
God bless you. They will.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your opinion.
All right.
Thank you. Hopefully, we get answers.
You don't get no answers from them. Absolutely not.
Do you talk to them?
No, they're not allowed on our property. We don't go on theirs.
You live right there?
My grandmother, my mother.
Yeah. So they drove around, no disrespect yesterday. I
just got through putting more cameras up. So
Yeah.
if anybody's up through there, you will be prosecuted if I can pull a tag number.
No, they're not. They have no evil intent, nothing like that.
It's time to leave.
They're just trying to find something.
But it's been almost 8 months now, 9 months. They've got leads. I know Ronnie Lawson. He's got leads.
Mm-hmm.
Leslie Earhart from TBI. She's not going to release anything. So please, just go on. Let them do their jobs. It's turning into another Evelyn, and we don't want that. So I ask you to leave. Very nice.
Okay, well, we're bringing some dog food, and we'll leave right there.
They're just gonna leave dog food there, and then they're gonna leave. You don't think a kidnapping?
No, I don't think shit in there.
Did anyone see Candace go back there that day, like in the holler?
None of us did.
No
She
one.
said she drove like a bat out of hell out of here on the June.
My name's Jonathan, by the way.
I'm
My name's Jonathan.
I'm
Nice to meet you.
Andra. Nice to meet
Glad
you.
to meet
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
no ill intent.
Yeah, no ill intent.
But all it's going to do is it's going to create more problems up
He
here.
just shot something across.
Oh, hell. And he ain't afraid to shoot people.
Yeah.
We've had shootings up in here. That's why I'm armed.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he comes out and starts shooting, I will shoot back.
There's a
And
lot
if
of
people live right up here start shooting, I'll start shooting back.
yeah.
'Cause
So
these two and these two don't get along.
they don't.
He was.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't blamed them yet.
Well, he has.
Oh, he has.
He's blamed everybody.
Is that
else on the
Andy
call.
up there?
Who?
Andy or is
Yeah.
that yeah.
Is the woman up?
Oh, she's
Mhm.
gone. He run her off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean these guys here, have you ever like
The lady that used to live up here, all she'd do was harass everybody. She come to the property up here, harassed us. I ended up drawing my gun on her,
yeah.
so to leave. I wasn't
Oh, wow.
putting up with it.
Yeah.
Who did?
Exactly. So
But now he has blamed Fred,
yes.
Yes.
and Fred done put the word out to him. You
Oh.
say my name again, and he'll kill him.
Yeah,
Fred
'cause
shot,
he-
shot a man right here in this room.
Yeah.
He's the one that I was talking to when he dropped his name.
Mm-hmm.
So I know.
All right. Well, we.
Yeah,
Hello?
we'll go on our way.
Yeah,
Thank you
we're
for
gonna-
All right,
talking.
I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you coming out and dialogue. You know, no
He threatened some people that she was going to shoot them, blow their fucking head off. Which,
Then I'll
you
put
know,
past her.
Mm.
put it past her.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
if everything's been going on, people's been blaming going on, it wouldn't surprise me for shoot.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have you heard this? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you heard screaming up there?
They argue all the time.
That's Chronicles of Olivia.
Hopefully Lawson does everything. All right, God bless. We're out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be back up front in a minute. See if I can
Mailbox. It's not like that yesterday.
get here.
The mailbox. Oh, you talking to the person.
110. Oh shoot. What did I do? You said that's at 110? Yeah, so it was Chronicles of Olivia, Bullhorn Betty, and JLR. What was up with the dog food? It wasn't for Candace was being investigated. Didn't she not say that she just found out that child just list over yonder and she pointed in that direction? Oh. Well, did you see the mailbox said 110? That's crazy. All right. Here, let's play the rest of this real quick.
No. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow.
What?
That's for tomorrow. Just in case. That's for tomorrow.
Okay, just leave it. We got treats. Let's put some treats.
Put some treats.
What?
Put some treats.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because Candace and Don have like 15 dogs. That's nice of them, though.
All right, guy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Ben Hill Road.
Donald? Donald, thank you. You too.
See, that was nice, though.
All right, the neighbor was mad, but you know, he ended up talking to us. This is outside the well.
It's still on slow mo. I'm sorry, you guys.
Neighbors there. He came out, said family, and let the law handle it. He can't stand him. The law can't stand the neighbors.
Shooting at us.
Started
Shooting at us.
Interesting.
Wow. Holy shit.
Mhm. Yep. The simplest of explanations, exactly. When you pull away the BS and stuff, it's usually the simplest explanations. All right, I got one more I gotta show you. Give me 1 second. Let me remove that. This one is actually this one. Where is it at? How do I get out of here? Give me 1 second. This next one is okay. This is a call with Dawn. So Dawn and Candace did not call 911 on June 15th. What this reminds me of Sebastian Rogers, how Katie didn't call 911, but was on a three-way call somehow. This is what got me. She called Chris. Chris called the local sheriff's office. He's like, I can't call 911 from my phone because it wouldn't take me to the area that it needed to go. And I'm thinking, just tell them that you needed police to the address and they'll send police to that address. But yeah, he said they did a three-way call, yet Katie had hung up. Remember that? Hi, Johnny. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, they shot at him. Yeah. Supposedly there's a panda deviant resort down the road. Hi, Mariska. Good to see you. I've never heard of that one. I've never heard. Maybe somebody else has. All right. This one. I want y'all to listen to this. Give me pull it up. All right. Pull it up. You heard it? Oh wow. Panda. Dirty and not maintained. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this one up.
Was there a 911 call made? Was there only a call to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office? A lot of mystery. Still unclear. I've been analyzing this very deeply and trying to figure out who reported Summer Wells missing. I've heard three versions from Candace, from Dawn, from Grandma Grandis on the call to report Summer Wells missing. We'll start with Candace. Candace gave an interview with Chris McDonough, and she said that day that she was in her house and she threw her phone down and went over to Grandma's trailer and called 911 because Grandma has AT&T. That's what she said. I want you to listen to Candace's version on calling to report Summer Wells missing.
Over, I freaked out. I called Donnie because that's what I do automatically. I freak out, you know. You called Donnie? I called Donnie. I cannot find Summer. Come home now. He's like, call the cops. So I threw my phone down, back of his pickup, ran over to my mom, picked up her phone because the only one that gets out there is AT&T. Okay. So I picked up her phone, got on her. I said, I cannot find my daughter. And they sent people out, and I wasn't just going to stand there and wait for them to send people out. Right.
You heard Candace? Now I want you to listen to Don Wells. I want you to listen to his.
Here, I'm going to remove the banner real quick so you guys can see
of what he said he did that day when he called to report Summer Wells missing.
But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me, and I said, hang up for me and call 911 right now. And I was at work, and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesboro, I come out. I made it out here before anybody.
Now I want you to listen to Grandma. I want you to listen to Grandma's version.
And we yelled for her, and we yelled for her, and yelled for her. And we could not find her. Candy was in hysterics. And we never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie. And
So to me, they sound like three different versions of that day.
Okay. Yeah. 3 different versions. Yep. And yeah, Callie, exactly. 3 different versions. So you're 3 different versions. Like we have 3 different stories in the Jack and Lily case too. Yeah. Yep. They copy each other. They all say the same freaking things. Yeah. When I saw that, Callie, with him following true crime for 5 years, like he knows how it always goes, right? Definitely both. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when Chris yeah, so similar, right? They're all so similar, Kelly. It's crazy. Hi, Crystal. So, wow, man, it amazes me. Yeah, Chris said that he had to call the local sheriff's office, a 911 call, because he was out of town. He was out of town, so he knew the local number for dispatch or whatever, right? But there's been mentions that Chris's sister or somebody works there, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if that was ever true. Mm-hmm. Same, Lori. And then you have what Don just said. Call 911, and then he calls. What?
Don claims that Candace called him, which is interesting because
Here, let me do this.
Candace said that her phone wasn't necessarily working.
Me too.
Candace calls Don. Don tells her to hang up and call 911.
Let me remember.
Then Don claims while he's at his job in Jonesboro, he calls 911. And then he packs his stuff up and races home. Grandma claims that Candace called 911 and then called Don. I want you to listen to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation spokeswoman, Leslie Earhart, who said on June 16th, the day after Summer was reported missing, how the call was made to report Summer missing. Check this out.
As Summer is still missing, but we did want to share the latest on the investigation and the ongoing search. As you know, she's now the subject of a statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening.
So Leslie Earhart said a call was made at approximately 6:30 p.m. to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to report Summer Wells missing. She did not say a 911 call was made. I've been Googling around everywhere and haven't seen anything out of the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, out of Ronnie Lawson's mouth, John Pruitt, the lead investigator, TBI, or anyone that said a 911 call was placed that day. Keep hearing that it was a call to Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to report Summer Wells missing, not 911. Now, listen to the audio here of the Hawkins County dispatch that got the call to report Summer Wells missing. Check this out.
Should be the first red stamps on your rod, reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been off for about 10 minutes now.
You say when you got got the original call that mom went on a run, and when she came back, that daughter was gone.
Yes, where that's what the father is of. He's at work, about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
So you listen to the call. In that call, sounds like at the beginning it says both parents are there. Mother went for a walk. Summer went missing. Then they go on to say that the father called. The father called. He's at work and he's on his way home. So we haven't heard any other
There we go. That works.
audio of that day besides that. My honest opinion is,
Okay, and that's another thing, Nancy. I was trying to move it around so you guys could see the closed captions because it's some of it was hard to hear. That's the thing. In all these cases, there's always a delay in 911 call. Always. That's another one. Delay in 911, CPS, right? Rug issues, abuse. Like it's crazy how they're all the same. And then people are like, oh, don't sit there and speculate on it. They match. Like all of them are the same. It's hard not to. The timeline don't match. Yeah, exactly.
I don't think a 911 call was made that day by either parent to report Summer Wells missing. It looks like there was one call that was made 6:30
Same.
to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. They relay that over to dispatch. They send the officers out. At the beginning, the media, and I don't know if this is true or not about the reporting, but they claimed that the Hawkins County emergency dispatch said, due to an ongoing investigation, they are not going to release any 911 calls from that day. But they haven't. But no law enforcement has said that. No law enforcement said anything about 911 calls being released. Why? I'm thinking there was no 911 call.
Yeah, there you go.
At all that day. I don't think any of them, Don or Candace, called 911. It's interesting because Don claims he called 911 and then raced home. Well, Hawkins County
There we go.
received the call to report Summer Wells missing at 6:30 p.m., approximately 6:30 p.m., June 15th. Don Wells was working in the Meadows subdivision in Jonesboro, allegedly.
Listen to this part.
That day. If he made the call and then he raced home, it would have took him at the minimum 30 minutes to get back. Because if you Google map Meadows subdivision to Ben Hill Road, it's a 38-minute drive. And the roads are very windy, very, very narrow. You can't just speed like that going home and expect to get home twice as fast. Yeah, you could shed some time off, but I doubt that you could get there earlier than 30 minutes. That means that Don Wells would have arrived there around 7 p.m. But we're hearing he claims that he was there before authorities were there. Did authorities or Churchill Search and Rescue get there after 7 p.m. before Don Wells? And I say this interesting because I posted a video earlier, and you need to check this out, and I'll link it. It was Don Wells talking to Brian Enton with News Nation. And you have to listen to what Don Wells said that day.
Did someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention? Did someone snuck up there when we weren't exactly paying attention?
We weren't.
He said,
We
were not paying attention and Summer disappeared. We were not paying attention, as if he was at that house. And it makes me wonder, going back to the dispatch that said both parents are there, though they said later on that Don claims he was at work. I'm wondering if Don Wells was really at Ben Hill Road when he called to report Summer missing. And I feel that it was Don that made the call, the one that TBI is talking about at 6:30 p.m., June 15th. I'm thinking it's Don that made that call, not Candace. Candace claims she put her phone down, went into her grandma's trailer, and called 911 because her phone, well, she didn't say, but assuming that her phone didn't work and only grandmas could call. But regardless of where you live, you can get 911 service despite the fact that you have no cell service because of reception. You can still get a 911 call in. And it's interesting because remember 2 or 3 months back when Don and Candace Wells, and this was this year, that Don and Candace Wells had a domestic disturbance. There was a 911 call placed there. All the media's out there said 911 call, 911 call. Looks like they called from inside Candace's home. 911. Media reports 911 call for that. But we're not hearing 911 call when Summer was reported missing. Now we can easily debunk this and figure out solutions here. And I'm wondering why the media hasn't done this. In a lot of cases around the country, media via open records request 911 calls because they want to hear what happened. They want to hear the law enforcement's response. They just want open seat and transparency with the process. So they ask for the 911 calls, and a lot of times agencies give the calls, but sometimes they don't because they say it's a open investigation, like in this case. But what the media does at that point, if they don't get the records or don't get the 911 calls, is they file a lawsuit in the county claiming they have a right to review the 911 calls. That's what happened with the Vegas shootings. The Vegas shooting a couple years ago, Stephen Paddock shot and killed multiple people. I lost my flyer. And the media there, tried to get the 911 calls and were denied. So they took authorities to court to get those records. And eventually, those records were released, the 911 calls. In this particular case with Summer Wells, why isn't the media, any media outlet?
Yeah, usually. So remember, even with Jack and Lily, remember we could never get what time the 911 call happened. And the police kind of gave like a roundabout. They're like, oh, it was around 10, blah, blah, blah. Like there was actually never like a set in stone time until the documents came out. Do you remember that? I think it was when the documents came out. And yeah, it's 10:01 we found. Or no, Malaya posted her GPS or phone screen, excuse me. Her phone screen, and it said 10:01. I remember Daniel kept lying about it, like I wouldn't listen to her on what time the 911 call was and blah blah blah. So definitely suspect there. Just there should never be any question when you call 911, and it should be right away. There should not be any delay. Even Jonathan's father delayed call by 2 hours. And it's just ridiculous. Oh, Unique by Holly. Thank you for gifting one of the Daphne's Case Files memberships. I appreciate you for doing that. And thank you for being here. If you received that membership, please tell Miss Unique by Holly, thank you so much for that gifted membership. You are amazing. Thank you. You are so amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Ann. Thank you very much. The delay, yes, should be 10 minutes at most. Yeah. Yep. Jen and the search dispatch said 8. Yep. That always stuck in my head. Dawn Wells went somewhere in the morning, according to Fred Hill. Yeah. And how would Fred know too, right? Like how would Fred, I mean, I know they're neighbors, but yeah. I don't like, yeah. I'm so tired of the freaking lies. I really am. 30 feet away when she, yeah. With his background and shit. I just don't believe these parents.
Petitioning the courts to at least try to get the record of the 911 calls. It happens a lot where media outlets that want the records can't get it. Go to the courts and ask them. And then it compels the parties, the defendants, which would be, in this case, Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, TBI, Hawkins County Emergency Dispatch, to justify why they can't release the 911 calls. But no media outlet has done that. Is it because the media around that area, the main media outlets that are reporting this case, know that a 911 call was never placed that day? So how can you ask for something that there's no record of?
Exactly. How can you ask for something there's no record of?
I'm not so sure if we'll ever hear the phone call on what happened that day.
We haven't.
I don't think we will. Because when you call the sheriff's office, I'm not sure if that call is recorded. The information gets relayed over to dispatch and they act on what the person that answered the call, which would be the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, states what the person said. That's where we might have heard some discrepancies in this case. First, they referred Summer as a 4-year-old. That's not true. You know, at the beginning of the call, it says both parents are there, and then it says Don was at his job. I mean, the person taking the call takes the information, gives it over to dispatch. They send people out. But was it recorded? Was it recorded? All three of them, Don, Candace, and Grandma, are claiming 911 was called. And each one, Candace and Don, are claiming they called 911 each. Now, there very well could be 911 calls placed that day, but not from the parents. It could have been bystanders or people that were driving past Beach Creek, seeing all the commotion and just calling 911 because they see a bunch of commotion and a bunch of people everywhere. And those are the 911 calls that are not being released if there was 911 calls. But I'm talking about who called to report Summer Wells missing. And I have yet to see anywhere or any evidence that either of them called 911. And why isn't media petitioning the courts to try to get access to those 911 calls? A lot of times across the country, 911 calls are released despite it still being an open investigation. Taxpayers have the right to know how our law enforcement responds to calls, how our law enforcement.
All 3 of their cell phones were factory resetted that day. Yeah, I don't either, Lori. All 3 of their phones, were factory resetted. Yeah, it's JLR. I got a little thing on the bottom here. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what does, you guys. Why would they factory reset their phones right after their daughter goes missing? Huh? Can someone please tell me that? Who is even going to be playing on their phone? Do you know what you have to do to factory reset your phone so you don't lose everything? You've got to freaking back it all up, right? Except for what you don't want backed up. But they could still pull that up. They could still pull up. You have to save everything either in a cloud or save it somewhere else before you. So just think about that for a minute. Think about the time it takes to save all that. Right? What if you don't have enough storage in the cloud to do that? You have to sit there and buy more storage. You're going to have to move shit around. You're going to want to make sure that the pictures and stuff in your phone aren't going to be deleted. Because when you factory reset it, it deletes everything back to when it was brand new. Yeah, the cloud has it all, unless you don't move it. You know what I mean? Unless you want it deleted. But the thing is, no, there are other ways to wipe it completely clean. I don't know. I think it might be a software. You have to plug it into the computer or something like that. But the thing is, just doing that in itself is very suspicious. That tells you that there's something going on there. You know? What happened? Hold on. Yeah, they resetted their phones. All 3 of them. Mom, Dad, and Grandis. Yeah. I didn't see the comment I was looking. Yeah. It's really sad. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to play the rest of this out, and I just want to show one more little tiny clip.
Acts. We pay their salaries. Taxpayers. Travelers in Hawkins County. All of us. For instance, all of us that been to Hawkins County as a taxpayer, because if you've done business and commerce in the county, whether that's staying at a hotel, buying gas, going to the grocery store, buying food, whatever, you're contributing to the county's taxpayers. So the fact that media hasn't done that makes me wonder,
exactly,
do they know, or they just don't want to get the 911 call, if there is a 911 call? But the point is, we might never, ever know what was truly said in that report. And that might be what's hurting this case. Because the 911 call would definitely be, if there was made by either party or both, it definitely would be admissible and relevant in court down the line if and when someone gets charged.
Yeah.
They will definitely play the 911 call. But what if there wasn't one? What if there wasn't one? So, justice for Summer Wells. Approaching 1 year, long enough. That's my take I do not believe there was a 911 call that made that day.
Yep. I don't. There's something up with that, and then the phones too. I'm sorry. Who the fuck is gonna have time? Who's gonna just be like, okay, my daughter's missing. Let me go and factory reset my phone, and not just one, three freaking people. I don't understand that. Oh, yeah, he's great. Okay, so you know how we were thinking, like, well, you guys were saying like maybe she was missing the day, a couple days before or whatnot. I want to show you this. This is a guy at the grocery store. He saw them at the grocery store. He works at the grocery store. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull it up real quick. At the price list. I'm just gonna fast forward it to the part. That way it'll bring it up. It's only like 3 minutes. Give me 1 second. So, all right, give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up here. Remember how they said they went to the price list? Remember that, guys? What happened? Oh, thank you, Meme. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Watch this. Watch this. All right. Wait, do I have it laid out all the way? Okay. This is at the priceless store. I'm just doing it halfway through. He just basically shows like how long it took him to go through the price list. And then he speaks to an employee there that actually witnessed them in the grocery store. Let me add this on.
Hi, you seen her?
I got the closed captions on.
You know about her? I'm gonna hang the flyer up right there. You don't mind? Is it okay? Okay, thank you. Right here. Hang the flyer up somewhere else. All right, so at least flyer, priceless. But they do have electronic scooters. So did grandma get an electronic scooter when she was shopping? And where do they park? Because it's already been 5 minutes since I made this video. So is that enough to get groceries, enough to get the groceries and sort them out? Sort out different groceries. See Summer Wells? Summer Wells? Summer Wells? Have you seen Summer Wells? Do you know about the Summer Wells case? She was last seen here. One of the places she was last seen here. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I think I looked at this.
She did. Tell me about it.
Listen.
Where was the grandma in here?
So this guy right here was working the day that they came in. Oh, geez, wrong one. I got the captions on so you guys can hear it better.
Yeah,
And the mom. How long were they in here? 30 minutes. Because Candace went on record and said that she was in here for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
No, right? You were working that day. Did TBI or investigators come in there by any chance to interview you guys?
I think they may have.
They didn't interview you? No. So, 30 minutes. You know what they bought? You have an idea?
They had a buggy load of groceries.
Buggy load of groceries. Yeah. See, Candace said on camera that she got cheese and milk or just a few items, whatever, was in here for 5 minutes. Hunter, the guy that she was with, the juvenile, said that they were in here for an hour. He was assuming an hour. So you're saying 30 minutes, but it wasn't no 5 minutes.
No.
Exactly. What's your thoughts on that? Anything?
I hope they find her.
Hope they find her. Just like everybody else. Everybody else hopes they find her. Have they frequented in here before? Have you seen them in there before?
They usually frequent shoppers.
After that incident happened, have they came back?
The mother has.
The mother has.
I wish he would have said, "Did you see Summer?" I wish he would have asked him if he saw Summer. but he didn't. He asked him if everybody else was in there. Yes, 5 minutes. This guy says 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, he doesn't ask. Okay, watch. They were in here about 30 minutes. That's someone estimating. I mean, but 30 minutes is a long estimation from 5 minutes. Okay. All right, here we go.
Aware of that?
Yeah, I think I looked at
You did. Tell me about it. Like, where was the grandma in here?
yeah,
And the mom. How long were they in here? 30 minutes. Because Candace went on record and said that she was in here for 5 minutes. No, right? You were working that day. Did TBI or investigators come in there by any chance to interview you guys?
I think they may have.
They didn't interview you? No. So 30 minutes. You know what they bought? You have an idea?
They had a buggy load of groceries.
Buggy load of groceries. Yeah. See, Candace said on camera that she got cheese and milk or just a few items, whatever, was in here for 5 minutes. Hunter, the guy that she was with, the juvenile, said that they were in here for an hour. He was assuming an hour. So you're saying 30 minutes, but it wasn't no 5 minutes.
No.
Exactly. What's your thoughts on that? Anything?
I hope they find her.
Hope they find her, just like everybody else. Everybody else hopes they find her. Have they frequented in here before? Have you seen them in there before?
They usually frequent shoppers in here. They're usually in here at least once a week.
After that incident happened, have they came back?
The mother has.
The mother has.
Once or twice, but everybody was giving them their bad vibes in here, so she was in here cussing the last time she was in.
Really?
Yeah.
People were cussing at her.
No, I mean she was cussing. I guess because people were asked about her daughter and all that.
Really? Oh, everybody wants to know where Summer's at, you know? So probably everywhere they go in public, people are like, where is she? You know, and is that how kind of they just point at her? Where is she?
Yeah, she said everybody was like staring at her and all that, and giving her bad vibes and all that. She was on her phone, taping everything.
Yeah. Well, she's just protecting herself, whatever like that. We're just documenting. It's been 1 year. 1 year since she's been missing. It happened June 15th, you know, but it's a couple days.
Well, I mean, good question, right? Good question. How do we know this guy was there the day that Summer was missing? Meaning, being that Candace goes to the store a lot, you might have seen her, but it was a day. Well, I mean, he specifically said that Grandis was there and Hunter was there. I wish JLR would have said, "Did you see Summer there?" I don't know why. He didn't ask that. I wish he would have asked that. And yes, I see what you're saying. Of course, you know, might get the days wrong or whatnot. But he said that FBI did come in and talk to the employees there. They didn't speak to him. But I'm sure, I mean, like, it's a small town, right? So when a child goes missing like that, I mean, you're going to remember, especially if the FBI has went there and spoken to the other employees, I'm sure he's going to think back to the day. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely get it wrong, you know? Yeah, the FBI know what's going on. They're not going to tell you guys or me or anything else until it's confirmed. They're not. Yeah, no, of course. Of course. Yes. Thank you, Nana, for all you have done. We sincerely appreciate all your help. Mm-hmm. He said, here, let's see. Can you guys see the caption still? He said they had a buggy full of stuff here. All right, 1 second. I'll rewind it one more time, right where he starts talking to him. It's only like 3 minutes or 4 minutes.
She was last seen here. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I think I looked at these.
You did. Tell me about it. Like, where was the grandma in here?
Yeah, and the mom.
And the mom. How long were they in here? 30 minutes. Because Candace went on record and said that she was in here for 5 minutes. No, right? You were working that day. Did TBI or investigators come in there by any chance to interview you guys?
I think they may have.
They didn't interview you?
No.
So 30 minutes. You know what they bought? You have an idea?
They had a buggy load of groceries.
Buggy load of groceries. Yeah. See, Candace said on camera that she got cheese and milk, or just a few items, whatever, was in here for 5 minutes. Hunter, the guy that she was with, the juvenile, said that they were in here for an hour. He was assuming an hour. So you're saying 30 minutes, but it wasn't no 5 minutes.
No.
Exactly. What's your thoughts on that? Anything?
I hope they find her.
Hope they find her, just like everybody else. Everybody else hopes they find her. Have they frequented in here before? Have you seen them in there before?
They usually frequent shoppers in here. They're usually in here at least once a week.
After that incident happened, have they came back?
The mother has.
The mother has.
Yeah, you just said they had a buggy full.
Was giving them their bad vibes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Cussing the last time she was in.
Really?
Yeah.
People were cussing at her.
No, I mean she was cussing. I guess because people was asking about her daughter and all that.
Really? No, everybody wants to know where Summer's at, you know? So probably everywhere they go in public, people are like, where is she? You know, and is that how kind of they just point at her? Where is she?
Yeah, she said everybody was like staring at her and all that, giving her bad vibes and all that. She was on her phone, taping everything.
Yeah. Well, she's just protecting herself, whatever like that. We're just documenting. It's been 1 year. 1 year since she's been missing. It happened June 15th. You know, it's a couple days before 1 year. You know, a lot of discrepancies on what happened that day, particularly between the swimming hole and dropping Hunter off, who lives, I guess, a few miles from here. Do you know about Hunter? Hunter, juvenile. Yeah, the boy. They came here. This was actually the last stop before they dropped Hunter off. So they went in there. We're hearing 5 minutes. I want to know what they bought. You know, I want to.
Yeah, you and me both.
All right. Thanks for your time. Take care. All right. So I just heard from an employee. That's all this said it was. Wasn't the 5 minutes that Candace said she was in here for. Hunter said an hour. So we're talking half hour. More than what Candace said. What was really going on in here? And it's sunny out here. From the last time I started here, it was cloudy, you know, a hot summer day. What happened? What happened with Summer Wells? What happened with Summer Wells? Summer Wells went missing. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at TBI. Fine. He said the TBI, he didn't speak to him. He said they probably came here. So
It's okay.
buggy worth of clothes or buggy worth of food. That's what he said. A buggy worth of food here at the Priceless Kingsport. And
There you go. A buggy full of food. Remember they said 5 minutes, right?
everywhere Candace, the mother, or Candace, the grandma goes, people say things to her. Where's Summer? Where's Summer? Where's Summer? So she brings her camera out. Interesting to know that. Interesting that the more
the more you know, the better, right? So, wow, Robin, I was so worried about you. I sent you an email, honey. I'm glad to see you here. Hi, butterfly kisses. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind in the chat. I completely understand. I know when you read the captions and stuff like that, you get behind. It's okay. I do it all the time. Good to see all you angel wings. Good to see all of you. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Johnny, of course. I think probably because, you know, he was there and like then heard it on the news right after and was like, oh my God, like I was working that day. I saw them, right? Yeah, right, Kelly? Goodness gracious. Yes. Yeah, he said he wasn't, Lori, he said he wasn't interviewed. Yeah, Raturi, he said the worker said that the cart was full. They were there for 30 minutes. Remember, she said 5, and then Hunter said an hour. My dog is trying to break down the door. She's on a timer beside the swimming hole. Was she in the truck for hours? The truck? I thought it was a car. Hi, good to see you. Did you email? My email has been so wonky. I don't know what it is. Like, I think I need to clear out storage in my phone. But then on the other hand, I'll look on my laptop and it's doing the same weird thing. I will definitely check. I'm glad to see you, Robin. Yeah, maybe vibes. It could be. She has no sense of time. Yeah, I'm like that, but I'm not high, you know? I have no sense of time. Like, I feel like I've only been on here for 30 minutes. I've been on here for over 2 hours. That's crazy. Yeah, I think maybe because he started it. Angel Wings, good to see you. I think because he started, he says, you know about summer, they were all here, but still, I would have came out and said it again, like asked again and been like, where was Summer? Was she walking next to Grandis? Was she pushing the cart? Like, you know what I mean? How was Summer's demeanor? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Didn't she stay in the car? Wait a minute. Didn't they say Summer stayed in the car? Or maybe that was speculation. Yeah, Tennessee's. Hey, I have the worst concept of time, you guys. Probably left her in the car. Yes, so that's one thing. I wanted to know if she was in there because remember, they said she had fallen asleep on the milk crates, right? So yeah, that made me think that she was, because I know there was people saying that she was left in the car. And it's so hard when there's been so many lies to keep anything straight. The picture was taken at 2:16 p.m. Yeah, I agree. So was she left? Oh, wow, Nana. Wasn't in the store. So she was in the car. So that has, oh my gosh. Thank you so much. They were in Grandis's truck. Thank you. I don't know why I thought they were in a car. I know she was in the back seat laying against, that was that photo. Do you think that they were okay, so I have a weird question. I cannot remember this. And usually I remember like everything about cases. Didn't they pick up the medication there too? Or was it before? Was it at a different spot before? Okay. Yes, Summer stayed in the car. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if they were messed up on stuff and then she overheated in the car. I don't know. With Hunter. No, then she couldn't have overheated. But wasn't the windows rolled all the way up and there was like no AC? They said she was cold or something. Aw. Yes, I know. My dog already ate, but she's like Velcro. She wants to be with me all the time. I would not have left them in the truck. There's always been something there. And I mean, maybe there's not, but for a 15-year-old boy to like, well, I guess they were buying him booze. Wait a minute. Didn't they buy him twisted tea and a vape too? Wouldn't they have bought the twisted tea there? Watching TikToks. There you go. So, wow, she said that he was there for 30 minutes. Yeah. Crafting. I remember that. Yep. Yep. Oh, wow. No, at Walgreens. And that was prior, right? They got the medication at priors before. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going down. Sorry. I'm way up in chat. I'm trying to read y'all's messages. Okay. Medication at Walgreens. I wonder how long in between the time from Walgreens to the grocery store. I wonder how long that was. Oh, AC was broken and Candace said with the windows down. Summer is cold. Yeah, that's odd, Esley. Yeah, Leslie, I hope your headache's feeling better, honey. The Twisted Teas was bought before going into Warriors Park. And I always wondered why does a 15-year-old want to hang out with a 5-year-old little girl and 2 older ladies? I mean, I understand maybe he was going because he wanted the booze and the vape and probably some of the pain medication too. Yeah. Sorry, I had to put my glasses on. My eyes really start to hurt when I'm on the computer. And these glasses are just readers. They don't really do anything. I need to get the blue, what are those? Those glasses that help your eyes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. Like, I've been watching a bunch of these older ones. The medication vapes were before the swimming. Uh-huh. And they said they went to the store to fill the meds at Walgreens, so they did lie about that. Had meds filled at the grocery store instead. See, that's why I was confused. That's why I was confused, because I thought they had it filled at the grocery store too, not Walgreens. That's why I was confused. Yeah, maybe it was purchased out. Okay, maybe it was purchased at the orange store before Warriors. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nana. Thank you so much for answering these questions. It's so hard to keep everything straight, right? It really is. Blue light glasses. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Blue light glasses, what I need. Because my eyes they start hurting real bad, and I'm getting a headache like Leslie has. Yeah, those removed from personal call logs. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's I don't know, guys. You just don't go and reset your phones, all three of you. You're watching TikTok. First was vape, smoke, Walgreens. Oh, I've thought the same thing numerous times, Daphne. Why did Hunter want to hang out? Yeah, that's the one thing. Maybe because he knew. I still feel like he was getting some of that Grandis's medication too. Yeah. It's just, yeah, that one with Candace and Hunter, I know there's a photo of her on the bed with him, but you could see other people too on the bed as well. Like, there's other arms in the picture, excuse me. Yeah, I just think that's really strange. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah. Yeah, she does look like, yeah, sedated, but I don't think she was, I don't know. Put eye drops in, yeah. My eyes have gotten really sensitive lately, you guys. I don't know why, but they're very sensitive to, like, if I put eyeshadow on, it really makes my eyes red. I did like a cream eyeshadow, and it still bothers me. It's hard to keep straight, and I've been following. Yes, I understand. I've been following I follow a lot of cases, but the Jack and Lily case out of Nova Scotia. Oh my Lord. And they are all so similar, Nana. They are all so similar to one another. It just blows my mind. There should be a checklist, if the parents have prior CPS, they live in, rural area. I mean, not just rural area, but have math use. We call it math because YouTube doesn't like when you call it the real name. An abuse. What is the other one? Delayed 911 call. What are the other ones? Usually there's a step parent involved. Not in this case though, but there should be a checklist. When you get there and your child's missing, the police should automatically ask those questions. And if they have like freaking 3 out of the 5, then and treat it as a criminal in case, in my opinion. I mean, you got other factors too, right? Now, they did do an Amber Alert in this case. Unlike with like Jack and Lily's case, they did that as a vulnerable missing persons, right? Yeah. And then with the little boy yesterday, they did like a kind of like a vulnerable missing persons as well. They had no vehicle to go off of. And they all say run off. They all say they run off. You notice that? Oh, good night, Miss Sherry. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm about to take off here in a second too because my eyes are starting to really hurt. Yeah, Justin knows. Justin knows this case like I know Jack and Lily's case. Yeah, that right there, Adele. That's the freaking 10 red flags at once. She was having a relationship with H, but she was using him because she was it true that she was having a relationship with him? Oh, that's just horrible. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you guys. If the med was a narc. It was it was Tylenol codeine or hydrocodone. That's what it was. Because JLR looked it up. There's a video of him talking about it. So hydrocodone. For her knee. Yes, let's keep it real. I need to. Yeah, maybe like 20 or something, Scorpio moon. But still, I mean, still, I don't know. Did grandma take her meds in the store or leave them in the truck? I don't know, Sherry. That's a good question. Oh, yeah, absolutely. When I started a new medication, my eyes got more sensitive. Oh, that's horrible, Alicia. I'm not on any medication. It's just my eyes. I don't know. Lately, they just hurt. Like just everything. It's like my whole physiology is changing. I'm allergic to seafood now. I never used to be allergic to it. Like I eat seafood all the time, and now I'm allergic to it. It's just so weird. I get so cold all the time, and usually I was hot, except when you have the hot flashes. Yeah, last night I couldn't sleep at all. We need to keep our own file to keep it all straight, Daphne. Yes, Kim, we absolutely do. You guys should see my phone. It's full of like all different cases. Like, I mean, the computer too. Okay. It was locked up in the glove box. I know this case too, like the back of my hand. And when you know all these cases, right? When you know all these, is he going on about this one? When you know all these cases, you could just see all the similarities in them. And why is a 15-year-old to be supportive of those bad habits? I know, right there. That's illegal to buy him stuff like that. You don't believe she was having a really, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, that's just creepy. It would be one thing, or maybe two of their phones, but yeah, right there is a big red flag, and the delayed 911 call, or no 911 call. Yeah, I'm surprised if any of us can see after. Kelly, it was so bad, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't do it. And a lot of my, especially like hearing that the dog stayed with that little baby, it just, jeez. Yeah, I can't even talk about it, Kelly. It makes me just want to just bawl my eyes out. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. Yes, I definitely need some. Robin, did you hear about the little boy yesterday? The 4-year-old little boy. Dad gave wrong description too, right? He said his eyes were blue. And then it was so hard to get the age right. He was 4, but Dad said he was 5, right? Or it kept saying 4 or 5. I don't know who messed that up, but Dad said eyes were blue. His eyes are clearly brown. Were brown. Dad is a math head. They found pipe booms inside his house, right? And on the property, he's got 10 acres of land. I looked up the property because I'm nosy. Live pipe booms all over inside the home, outside in the yard. And then he put duds all over outside, right? By neighbors and stuff. The neighbors were saying that they heard loud explosions at night. And the night that the little boy went missing, or the day that the little boy went missing, they heard a loud explosion at 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. So you got to go check that, but make sure you have a box of Kleenex with you. But they found him. They found him 2 miles away. And we're still waiting on the autopsy for it because I don't know if dad was like sleeping or something from doing math all night or what, right? Makes me so sick. He only had them 5 days out of the freaking year and then loses one because he's got all that shit going on. Currently, they're taking soil samples from the property just 9 miles down from the road where Summer lived. Oh, that's interesting, Deborah. That is interesting. Yeah, because if the soil is, the other things cause it too. If there's a body that's been decaying in the ground there, and it's been a long time, right? Like over 4 years, everything will be more lush, which you can't see it now because it's winter, but the soil will be enriched, right? If someone is buried there from the body breaking down, sometimes you can see like mushrooms will grow in that area. Or what is it? What else grows in there? Like not ferns, but mushrooms and stuff. I can't remember the rest of it. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. Get eye check, but you also need to put eye drops in because you're always on the computer. Yeah, I think you're right. It has to be some. Yeah, and menopause. There you go, Sherry. And the younger boys, she was around a lot of young boys, and that's just creepy, you guys. You're right, Grace. These do. Crafting, I don't think I have. I don't think I've been bitten by a tick. I've never seen one on my body, but this year they were so freaking bad. It seems like they've been getting worse I found 7 or 8 on my dog within 2 freaking weeks. It was driving me crazy. Oh God, I hate ticks with a passion because they carry the Lyme disease. Yeah, menopause. Ugh. It's a narcotic Vicodin. Yep. Mm-hmm. You have multiple notebooks. Yeah. And that's how you have to have it, is to keep everything straight. I've got, oh God, I need to be more organized. But I got notebooks. I've got to the point with the Jack and Lily case. I was writing stuff on pieces of mail laying around my home. Literally writing stuff on mail, you guys. I had little Post-it notes lined up. And I finally was able to put it in the computer, but yeah, it's very hard to watch. Eventually, Hunter, I think he does too, Mariska. I think he knows way more. Is Justin coming on? I'm sure he is. He comes on every night. What time is it? 7? It's already 7? No way. It looks like he's going on at 10 o'clock tonight. 10 o'clock, it looks like he's coming on. I can't believe it's already 7 o'clock. That's crazy. I've been yapping for a long time. Oh, yeah, Jen, it's horrible, right? Yeah, you know me. I'm in bed, within an hour. Yeah. Yeah, Summer was still alive at Sonic. Yeah, when you're on the phone. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you guys. I'm going to let you go because I can't believe I've been on here for over like 2.5 hours. I was going to do a video, but I think it'd be more appropriate if I actually did a live with you guys. I found some stuff. Yeah, I found some stuff that I think you'd be interested in. It's on the Jackie Lily case. I found a cross on the side of the road. And I don't believe this is an area they searched, but I could be wrong. And it's close to kind of where they found the little sticker star, but it's on like an adjacent road going away from the house. So we know that Daniel made 4 trips, excuse me, 4 trips that night from what the neighbor had said, right? If we're going off what he said. One of those trips was at the top, the tippity top of McLeod and the 289 where they meet like this, right? There's a road called Simpson Road that connects like this off of McLeod Road. And it's, if he was stationary for 20 minutes there, I mean, who knows what had happened. But I found some things off that road, Simpson Road, and I want to look over them with you guys. It might not be anything, but it'll be a lot of mapping and stuff tomorrow. I did find footprints as well. Oh, Robin, I'm sorry. I hate to make everybody cry. It is just so devastating. I found some footprints as well, and I know the video was taken for this area in August. So that would have been they went missing May, June, July, August. So like 3.5, 4 months later. But this area, yeah, that's because he was already deceased. But the dog, it should have picked the dog up, Mariska. You know what I mean? It should have picked the dog up. But then again, when the forest is really thick like that too. So it just goes to show you, like, you know, but the thing, we weren't told too. Now, we weren't told where he was. He could have been in the water. But the thing is, like, why didn't it pick the dog up? Well, maybe it did. Maybe it picked the dog up and that's how they were able to find him. We still don't know those parts. So, yeah, we just got to wait to hear from the autopsy. I will let you guys know if I hear anything at all. Yeah. Yeah, here, you guys can go join the Facebook group. I'm putting right here. If you're not, thank you, Miss Grace. I appreciate you. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sleeping. Yeah, me too, Grace. I'm like, okay, I need to get down here. Grace and Nana, share your email with Daphne. Yeah, here. Oh, thank you. My email is how do you do it? Okay. If you want to join the Facebook group, go join the Facebook group too. I'm able to message better through that. I don't know why email has been acting all crazy. 8:20 there, Brian. Yeah, you guys are an hour ahead of me. It's only 4:20 where you're at. You're lucky, Alicia. Daphne, I have a lot of notes too. How to organize it. It's crazy, right? Yes. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you for being here. Oh, yes, you got to get caught up, Miss Robin. No, I'm just joking. It's good to see you. All you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Nina, thank you for everything you've done in Summer's case. We appreciate you coming in too and sharing information with us. That is very nice of you. Hi, Cool Scavenger. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been blabbering for 2 hours and 40 minutes. In my opinion, if there was an abduction, it had to be someone who knew the property. Oops. Oh, love you, Robin. Thank you. Absolutely, Nana. Absolutely. They had to know the property at the back of their hand. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Roturi. Jen, thank you. All right, you guys, I'm going to head off here and we'll do a live tomorrow on Jack and Lily. I got to show you this stuff. Footprints, right? And you could tell somebody got out of a car because there's only the way the footprints are spread out and then they just stop. So it's like someone was walking out of the woods and got into a car. And this road is very desolate. Like there's like nothing else on it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, love you guys. Vibes. Thank you so much. Yeah, the dog had another person's a person. Yeah, Kelly, much love. Justice for Summer. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Angel Wings, thank you. Love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Mariska and Robin, all of you. Thank you. Nana, thank you again. Good to talk to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.